Hello and welcome to Clay to Canopy, the show where I attempt to make just about everything from the ground up. And welcome to summer week 3 of the Don't Make the Dragon series. Now last week I made some really good progress on the foot. The glass is still in the kiln, the circle parts, the first part of the molds. I do need to cut up the new pieces of glass that are going to replace the broken ones. I have 2 large panels left of the glass and a couple smaller ones. I do need to remake 3 pieces, so hopefully it is enough to get me by. It's pretty hot out there with the sun beating down directly where I'm working. Last night I kind of popped out here and did a little bit of work once it cooled down a bit. The benefit to that is it's a little bit easier doing the work. However, I don't have direct sun to help dry up the resin quickly. I mean, I'll get into my groove. It's gonna take a minute to get used to this heat because we've had nothing but rain and cold. It's just gonna take my body some time to acclimate to getting out there and working in the sun. But for now, I'm gonna work on the glass. Once I cut this glass, it's still gonna have to go in for another round. Won't know what those results are until next weekend, which will be the following vlog. Yeah, that's the plan. I'm gonna go ahead and bust out some glass, get my headphones on, get the glass stuff out, and get to work. The glass is situated. I gotta load the car for tomorrow. I finally got this beast flipped over. I'm gonna go ahead and address the part of the paw that needs to be reinforced with some fiberglass, and then I'm gonna give this all a good sand. I really want to get a coat of the white dye in, so that way when I do flip it back over, all I have to worry about is waxing on the fabric and giving it that final coat. I was fortunate enough this morning to have a bit of an overcast day, so I spent the last 2 hours giving it a second coat of white on the underside. That will be ready to go for a bit of a sand, and then I can flip it back over. I went over this morning to do the last round of glass, and I should have results by the weekend. But for now, I'm going to prep these frames, get them ready, add some color to it so that I can go ahead and have them ready to go when the glass gets here. Alright, it is a new day. I think today is going to be a little bit of a light day. I'm going to just go over these with some mica so that when these are against the frame, the black frame, I have a little bit of depth built and I have a little bit of color and interest coming in off of the frames. I think I want to leave these edges natural, so what's going to happen is after I coat these in mica, I'm going to come in and sand up the back side of this, which is probably going to be tomorrow. Sand up the edges and then go over everything with a coat of just the plain clear resin. That way it's good and watertight. And then these should be ready to go to get up on the board. You know what? Dang it. I can't do this. Because I just remembered I did not fix the corners. And I don't want to put mica on these until I fix the corner bits with the glass. Okay, take that back. I'm going to set all of these aside temporarily because I need the glass here. Some of the glass is rounded and these leave gaps. I'm gonna go out there and hit the white resin part with the palm sander just to get the high points out and have a think about what I want to do about these. So that's my plan today. Here's a new day. I just spent a little bit of time grinding the top of the paw because I have flipped over the entire body and I'm waiting to cut the piece, which I'm gonna do next. For the paw top, I did spend a little bit of time yesterday off camera going over the frame with a chisel and just knocking off any of the excess bits of resin that dripped to the underside so that way I can get ready to lay in the rubber. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the piece for the paw. Since I have those two extra clusters of parts, the one for the back and one for the opposite side of the shoulder of the body, while they are down and while the paw top after I cut it is gonna be down, I'm gonna put in the layer of fiberglass and the white. That way when I attach it and I seam those pieces, all the white coloring is already on it and I'm not dealing with applying white over my head. Y'all, I'm out of the red dye, I'm out of the white dye. There is more coming, but it's not coming until next week, which means that the back piece and the shoulder piece I'm not going to be able to do until that dye gets here. I was able to give a second coat to the piece of the paw. Tomorrow I'll be picking up the last 3 panels of the glass. I did fill in the corners of the ones that I have. I will check the 3 that I have coming, but I have decided that I'm going to put rubber around the inside of these frames. It'll help with a bit of closing in the gap. It'll also help with the waterproofing. And I think it's gonna just give it a cleaner look. I didn't have as many of these corners to have to put in. That's where it's at for this week. I am gonna end this vlog here. Please like, share, and subscribe if you have not done so already. Stick around to watch this project all unfold. And remember, don't wake the dragon.